No, I mean, we've done that before. All right, so let's see what three items we have here in the treasury. Now, our runners are normally we hope to see a magic key, but we don't need keys here, so they're hoping for like a sword, an armor, something good.
Fighter's Ring. Okay, that helps with 2 attack. We got the Cursed Belt that sells for 180 gold. And speak of gold, there's some big bucks in the back chest.
All right, so for all we know, they have enough gold right now to purchase all the best stuff in the game if there's a town nearby. Of course, we're not going to know until we actually see such a thing.
But first, our runners, because they don't have to worry about keys, are going to go right into the throne, out of the throne room and into the treasury, I should say, and get the 4 treasure chests that are there, which looks like we've got a fairy water, we've got Erdrick's armor, the best armor in the game, okay. We got a torch, and an herb.
So far, this seed being easy, well, not easy, being kind to the runners by giving them the Erdrick's armor real nice and early. So looks like Ryguy is now going to try to maybe possibly kill a Magidrakey by using some fairy water, and does get a Magidrakey kill for 186 experience. He does get at least 1 level. Let's see what this level gives. All right, so this is probably multiple levels here.
Yeah, pair of levels. Lots of spells of outside and, well, they already had repel at 1.
And it looks like Sausage Link is going through what looks to be the Swamp Cave. And I believe that is the cave under, I believe Swamp South is the cave under Tantagel. Sausage is using the fairy water, but it does not kill a skeleton.
So kind of pot committed here, slashing, and not going to happen.
And it looks like Ryguy does have enough to buy a broadsword. I didn't check the rest. I didn't get a chance to see the rest of the prices there in Cantlin. Didn't even really see where Cantlin was.
Yeah, a little bit of a hiccup, but I was able to see that the broadsword, normally valued at 1,500 gold, was considerably less than that, about maybe 1/10 the price.
And in chat, Braxis Muse did get a chance to take a look at the Silver Shield price in Cantlin, which I knew was there, but apparently it is 2,500-ish, give or take, so that's a nice value find there.
Considering it's normally 14,800 gold for the best shield in the game, it's a nice discount.
Indeed. Ryguy stocking up on herbs and picking up a dragon scale in the town of Cantlin.
When that is put on, that adds 2 additional defense points to a player's total. And even if you sell or get rid of the dragon scale later in the run, you keep the benefit of that.
So up in the upper left, it does look like we have Asher getting to level 5. May go and search. It's 4 leagues to the... Nope.
4 to the nope. It looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties in terms of the presentation. And Ryguy was almost about to buy the chainmail and then remembered, oh yeah, I've got Erdrick's armor. So while we're working on these technical issues, don't forget to give our runners a follow here. Asher 1611, Sausage Link 83, Velavi, and Ryguy 3745. And we want to thank the folks behind the scenes as well. Lord of the Synth handling the restreaming. Our trackers, we have a pair of them because there's a lot going on between 4 screens, Fryteeth and Camion. And of course, you can give us a follow as well. The commentating dynamic duo here, the Keystone connection that is Z-Man050778, and myself, I'm Ferran Burgundy.
Indeed, and I think it's worthy to note that the runners on the bottom half of the screen, Velavi and Ryguy, not only are they quite competitive with each other in Dragon Warrior 4 Randomizer, making up 2 of what they call the Night Owls, Night with a K, but they also faced each other in the first week, with Ryguy taking home the win and Velavi, unfortunately, bringing up the rear.
Well, I would say that I'm competitive with them, but I'm usually lagging far behind. I've done a couple of the Night Owl races, but it goes very deep into the night here on the East Coast, and it's a little challenging with an early morning the next morning.
Who needs sleep?
Looks like we are set up here for the most part. I see Asher is in Garen's grave, where there are 5 treasure chests available.
It looks like Sausage Link just got himself to level 2. Ryguy taking a death, and we're going to reload the streams and smooth things out.
Okay. Asher not getting very far into the grave, taking a death to a scorpion that was hitting for, give or take, about 30.
It looks like Asher's picking up an herb and some fairy water and torches, which are very handy to have in this particular case, because fairy water and torches do actually do damage when used as items now.
That is something that is new to this version, and Droll Magi is not really given a whole lot, as Sausage Link finding out. There's a cave here to the northeast, and using said torch, we see it is the Tablet Cave.
So we should be able to see what's in the Tablet Cave here on Sausage Link's side and Asher's side, who enters it right about the same time.
And some big bucks along that trail.
And, in that chest, not only is it big bucks, but it could also be considered a bit of a whammy.
In a sense. I mean, given the shopping prices that are available, I mean, that could be enough to buy quite a bit, or it could be nowhere close.
Yeah, so it does look like Ryguy is counting out those coordinates, so maybe... Oh, is it right here?
He's found it.
The token. So it's right by the castle. It's right by the Tablet Cave here.
That is one of the essential items that is needed.
Yep, indeed, you have to combine that with the Stones of Sunlight and the Staff of Rain, but you can only get the Staff of Rain for turning in the Silver Harp.
A lot of fetch quest stuff.
Heard you like fetch quests, so I put a fetch quest inside a fetch quest.
That's what I'm talking about, dog. Alright, Asher getting a fairy water inside the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave.
Velavi getting taken out by Magdraki with Baby Breath. Looks like we have Ryguy taking on Wolf Lord, And we have Asher taking on a wizard. Wizards
Being
hit
taken
hard.
out by the wizard, yeah.
Ryguy just keeps pounding on this Wolf Lord. Let's see if the Wolf Lord eventually... Yep, does go down for 200. Ooh, 217 experience. That's a nice little boatload there.
And 216 gold's not too shabby either. Now, the maximum that can be given by any enemy is up to 255 of either gold or experience or both. And I believe the minimum is 4?
I'm not sure of any minimums, to be honest.
I think I'd seen that. I think they can give no more or no less than 4 experience. And I think that's just so that way you don't have to start off a chaotic seed, the wet noodle as it's known, the enemy that has less than 5 HP just so you can potentially get off the ground. It would be rather daft to have them give 1 experience, and oh, by the way, you need 38 to get to level 2. That would yeah, that okay. We found out here the coordinates are 4 north and 22 east.
Thank you very much, Diabetes, for checking out the VOD. We really appreciate it.
Instant replay. It's not just for sports anymore.
Well, could you consider this an esport? Just, not monetized, maybe?
Yet? I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? So it looks like Ryguy just got a Kaisha no Ichigeki to take out a Wolf Lord and is still not yet at level 7. Valivi and Ryguy having a slight lead in experience here. Of course, neither one at level 7. But all of our runners right now are at level 6. And as we will see shortly, when the stats scroll through, our stats for level 6, pretty reasonable. The trailing stat I would call MP, but it is by no means critically low.
And here is Garanham on Ryguy's side.
He's going to take a look at the... Nothing real good there. We do know that the Silver Shield is in Cantland for a reasonable cost. Another cursed belt back behind Garanham.
And it looks like in the back of Garanham we have the Rainbow Drop Cave, affectionately known as the Jerk Cave, because if you don't have all the items, most notably Erdrick's token, he will kick you out of the cave like the jerk that he is. And it appears that we're running into some more technical difficulties.
Please stand by. My guess is, like everything else, timing is everything in life. And my guess is Lord of the Since Windows is probably like, you know what? Now is a very good time to upgrade its stuff. And it's making the hamsters work even harder than normal.
So in the interim, we can tell you about one of our not sponsors. Tonight, not sponsored by Blue Luster Shampooer and Blue Luster Plus Carpet Shampoo. With grease cutters, it brightens to remove ground-in dirt and grime.
That's... where did you pull that from?
Well, funny story. A couple of weeks from now, since we have some time here as we're working on getting some technical difficulties together, a local brewery that I go to and frequent. They're actually doing a not so newlywed game, and they want to basically make it like the actual show. So they have a host and they needed an announcer, so they went to me to be the announcer. One thing that they wanted me to do was to get as I'm finding out here from our restream, we're gonna have to cut stream for a moment while things seem to reboot here. So stick around. And welcome back here to Randomania. Alongside Z-Man, I'm Ferran Burgundy. We're working with some behind-the-scenes technical difficulties, and we will keep this race going your way here. The clock has been running, and once the streams are back up here, we'll give you we'll all get an idea of where our various runners are.
So it does look like our trackers have been keeping track of things. So it does look like we have Ryguy slingshotting himself all the way up to level 13. Where, as you can see, strength and HP are at very good levels. And somewhere in through there, it looks like somewhere between level 7 and 13, our runners will learn the spell of Hurt more. Go figure.
Which might explain the vaulting up to level 13. As you can see, just a differential of about 600 experience between Ryguy and Veilavi, but also 6 levels. So there were quite a few things that cropped up there.
So I'm wondering if maybe Ryguy got the spell of Hurt more and took out some of those Wolf Lords that we saw earlier, and got a few hundred XP at a shot, and a bunch of those levels might have been real stupid close together.
That is entirely possible, and really all it took was, it would take just 3 Wolf Lords. That'd be the difference between Veilavi and Ryguy's totals.
And as we return, Sausage Link gets himself up to level 7.
And an empty chest deep in the grave, that means that is an herb. But Ryguy's maxed out on herbs, having the most in the inventory of 6.
Okay, Ryguy finding the castle of Sharlock. Of course, does not yet have the rainbow drop, so cannot access Sharlock Castle. Ooh, and nothing to the south. So we're not sure how Ryguy got here, but there is obviously some land behind Sharlock Castle that is inaccessible. I'm wondering if we're dealing with a double continent setup here.
Very possibly. Connected by the Swamp Cave,
which Sausage Link is heading to now. Well, here comes the slingshot because Veilavi just got himself up to level 10. Oh, look. Breckenary.
Well, Breckenary could prove useful depending on what's in its weapon shop.
Well, my guess
we're not going to find out.
It's probably his second or... Well, maybe not. Let's see what's in here. This is the town of Cole. Let's see. Is he going to check the search spot? No. So he's already... Oh, nope. Here we go. Let's see what's here, if anything.
The harp.
Silver harp in Cole. Very nice.
And here is Hawksness now.
And let's see what we have here. Now, of course, the enemy in the Hawksness tile isn't really going to tell us much of anything because, who knows? Let's see. What do we have here? We have a Druin Lord. Let's see how bad this Druin Lord is. One attack. Well, Druid Lords do look like they hit kind of hard. Let's see, hurt more hits for 62 and kills a Druid Lord for 97 experience, a moderate amount. Looks like he's getting at least one level here. 6 more power, 6 more agility. Oh, that's 2 levels right there with the spell of Heal More.
And the flute in the search spot.
Okay, Sausage Link is entering Mountain Cave, so we'll be able to see what what's in there. Jubail, the monster in Hawksness was a Druid Lord, and the Druid Lord went down in 1 attack and 1 hurt more. Bit of a heavy hitter, but didn't see anything bad. Now, that doesn't mean he has nothing bad. It just means we didn't see it.
Just because we didn't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
Meanwhile, we get Sausage Link taking yet another leap up to level 12. Has passed Veilevi in experience, but it does look like Ryguy is definitively in the lead.
Ryguy just trading in for the Staff of Rain. And we've got some money inside the Rimmildar and first chest in the Mountain Cave.
So we do know that Ryguy has the Erdrick's token, because he was the one that found it on the overworld search spot. We know that he has the Silver Harp, which he turned into the Staff of Rain. So really what we're looking for now is the Stones of Sunlight, and I'm pretty
Sausage Link's just found it in the Mountain Cave.
Eternal Newbie asks, has Ryguy found a silver shield somewhere? Yes, there is a silver shield in the town of Cantlin, which is not too far from Tantagel Castle, and it is roughly 2,500 gold, somewhere in that general vicinity. Sausage Link picking up the Death Necklace in the Mountain Cave. And also keep in mind, Eternal Newbie, that we were having technical difficulties about 10-15 minutes ago. So it is entirely possible that Ryguy has the Silver Shield and we just don't know it because he hasn't checked his status yet.
Although at level 15, look at that strength, 98.
Oof, yeah. And it does look like Ryguy's about to get himself into the Mountain Cave. So this will get him his Stones of Sunlight, and he knows that the Jerk is back behind Garanham. So Ryguy is absolutely ripping through this seed. Which, of course, we all know what that means.
Dragon Lord 1 hitting for about 90 or so?
And, well, I was going to say the mini-boss is going to be the real boss.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. Right on.
Well, it looks like Ryguy is just about to pick up his Stones of Sunlight and will probably then beeline it out of the cave, because then he'll have everything he needs. Okay, and Diabetes the Second checking out, I would imagine, Ryguy's VOD and confirming that Ryguy does have the Silver Shield. Thank you, Diabetes. We really appreciate your scout work for us. And it does look like Asher has a flame sword, and it looks like Veilevi has a large shield, and a broadsword.
So Ryguy immediately casting Return is going to make a beeline, I would imagine, for Garanham. He's repelling all the way because at this point he hates enemy encounters. He figures, all right, I've got 98, I'm good to go. Just get all the things, go. That's usually Ryguy's mindset. Minus a few sandwiched obscenities in there looking at Rye's stream.
Yeah, I would imagine Ryguy is definitely thinking, all right, this is time. Let's get everything together. Let's go take a exploratory dive into Sharlock. Let's see what fresh hell awaits us, and we go from there.
But thankfully, it is short Sharlock, so when you enter the castle, you don't have to go through all those 7 basements and everything. You just start right on basement 7.
However, it did look like Sharlock is a bit of a hole from the castle, so the walk might actually be more dangerous than the castle itself, for all we know.
Warlock's fairly beefy at 150 experience. We had confirmation earlier that the Magidrakes near Tantagel Castle, they had 189 apiece, and that's what allowed Ryguy to just rake up the experience early on.
Yeah, and the Magidrakes were the first enemies that Ryguy killed, so and they went down to 1 fairy water, I believe. So I would think they were a fairly easy kill once our runners got up to level 6 and 7. Well, 5 and 6, I should say.
Close enough for government work.
All right, Valevi is heading to the Swamp Cave, and oh look, Brecconary for Asher. Asher's going to check out the Brecconary shop, and let's see if Brecconary is useful or useless as is usual. And well, it does have
the silver shield.
There we go.
2256.
Asher.
See, it's not completely useless.
Hey, first time for everything.
Broken clock is right twice a day, that whole thing. That might be a new nickname, Brokenary. One thing that is not broken is Ryguy's progress here. Already in Sharlock. Going to take a look at the 7 treasure chests there. Hoping to find Erdrick's sword to get an additional 20 attack power.
Oh, that's right. Our runners don't have Erdrick's sword. It pretty much has to be in here, doesn't it? I think we've seen everything else. Or know of everything else.
That is correct. I was trying to keep track as we went along here. I missed 2 of the chests in Garenham and the top 3 chests in Garen's grave. But seeing as our runners don't necessarily have that, it looks like we'll have to find it somewhere along the way here.
And it does look like that those Druin Lords do have very high agility, so it's going to be very hard to run from them. All right, so let's see what we have here in the Sharlock Treasury. We've got a bunch of gold. We have some wings. Dragon scale. Gold.
Bucks.
And there's the sword. Yep. So the sword is in Sharlock.
Yep, in the old 250 square. This has been moving so swiftly, we didn't even have a chance to mention the pyramid game, let alone get guesses in.
Okay. So we have Ryguy checking out his stats. His stats are pretty darn good. Certainly viable for an attempt here, as long as the Dragon Lord isn't too jerky, but who knows? All right, so we have Valevi about to find his Stones of Sunlight. Diabetes II very creatively informing us that the top 3 chests in the grave were money, and an herb. All right, so let's take a look at this scorpion here on Ryguy's side, which is the mini-boss. Well, high agility here.
He's hitting like a Mack truck earlier, and oof, only 4 experience.
So, mini-boss, not necessarily the real boss here.
But there is Dragon Lord's first form. Okay, and Game Boy confirming, yes, that 4 is the absolute minimum.
For XP, yep. All right, so let's see what Dragon Lord 1 has to offer us here. Ooh, Ryguy sticks asleep. Well, doing some damage.
It's up to 78, and
Dragon Lord 1 down.
115 will do it.
All right, so let's see what the Dragon Lord 2 here has.
Now, it can have as little as 100 hit points and as many as 230.
And it can have the sleep spell or the spell of heal or heal more, or just heal?
No, just heal.
Just
oh,
heal.
goodness.
Just heal.
If it had heal more, then yeah, no, we'd be in some deep trouble.
But so far, it's just looking like attack and breath. Which, if this is the case, then Ryguy's got a good chance as long as Dragon Lord's HP isn't, disgustingly high.
Oh, he's hitting for some good rolls too. Range of 10 to 20. That was a max roll of 20.
Well, Camion, it all depends right now on how much HP the Dragon Lord has. If the Dragon Lord has a reasonable amount of HP, yeah, I think Ryguy has this. But if the Dragon Lord has in the 200s, I don't think he's got enough heal mores to do it.
Already down to just 2 more after this.
Meanwhile, we have Sausage Link getting up to level 17. So, we have Ryguy using his last heal more. Is he going to be able to do enough damage to take down... Oh, no.
Oh, he's got heal.
Uh-oh. So it looks like Ryguy's just going to try to power through the heal and hope it does. And so this has got to be it. This has got to be the attack.
Nope. No. So a lot of HP and heal.
Yep. So this is... So I would imagine Ryguy's probably going to want to do a little bit of grinding to try to get some more MP. Obviously, 93 MP is going to be a little shy.
Just 11 heal mores if you make it all the way down there. Game Boy pulling a robot checking. You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you?
So now the question is Ryguy going to grind or is he just going to go right back to Charlock?
Well, it said he was 860 away from level 16.
And we know 17 is right behind it because Sausage Link went from 15 straight to 17. And we know that if Ryguy does go from 15 straight to 17, we know that level 16 and 17 have quite an MP and HP boost. Although I do believe not much in the strength department. I believe there were only two strength is the difference between 17 and 15. But what is that? 24 HP and 18 MP. So Asher is also at level 17. And meanwhile, Veilavi is telling us he will be right back. And he's back.
So Sausage now in coal and getting the silver harp.
So it looks like we have Ryguy trying to take on a slime.
That's the thing about Chaos. Normally a slime would not be a challenge. Or at least not much of one. But when it has sleep and can hit you for about 20 per attack, oh boy.
Slime does give nice experience, though. So another one of those, and I think another couple of those, and I think Ryguy will go up to level 17.
I was going to use the fairy water here. And an herb as well. Take on Scorpion.
Which we know isn't anything really terrible. And I say that, and it dodges. And I say that, and it dodges.
So you just said, you know what? Enough of this. Forget you, Jobu. I'll do it myself. Cast a hurt more. And is now down to exactly 11 heal mores heading into the DL1 fight.
And we'll see if this is enough, but... Yeah, well, it's not even going to be 11 heal mores, though, because he's going to have to use a stop spell. So he's effectively only going to have 10 max. So it okay, and there's the sleep. So it effectively, I mean, you know, hot potato.
Well, here's the other little thing. It's going to be hard to cast stop spell if you don't have stop spell. I don't believe I don't think. Well, there's... Yeah, stop spell and heal come at level 16.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
So he's going for the YOLO hurt more strats.
Yeah, Kemi, and I'm guessing he just now realized he does not have the spell of stop spell. And takes the death and is like, okay, I gotta do this again.
Well, he shouldn't be too very far. Oh yeah, 440 away. Yes, I'm sure that Ryguy is saying something along the lines of, game, you always troll me at every bleeping turn, yep.
Coper, Ryguy already has gone for it. No, Dragonlord is not spellless. Dragonlord 2 has heal. And a bunch of HP. We're guessing at least in the high 100s, if not low 200s. So you definitely need a bunch of heal mores to be able even to get him to the heal level. Oh, no worries.
So now Rye back at his favorite little spot here, right by Tanagal. Getting some Magidrakes for 180 something at a clip.
Although if you take a look over on Asher's side, Asher got to level 18, and level 18 also comes with a nice MP boost. Although that said, you know, if you don't put Dragonlord 1 to sleep, Dragonlord 1 is going to wail on you.
Yeah, we saw that 91, and it just...
Imaginary creature, 230 on the dot is the max.
Here is level 16, 2, 9, 24, and 18. And as you said, combo of levels, that is level 16 and 17.
So this makes the Dragonlord fight more reasonable with that MP boost. Levi picks up his Staff of Rain. Okay, so Cool Blue Reason going back, thinking that he healed around 165 damage. So that probably means that Dragonlord 2's HP is probably somewhere in the 180, 190 region. Well, no one has GPS, Lord of the Sun, but we know that level 18 came just a little bit ago for Asher, so it's probably around 1,000, 1,200 experience to level 18.
Well, if things don't work out for Raga here, we may find out the hard way.
Yeah, indeed.
Rai going in with no herbs this time around.
And it looks like we do have 2 of our runners now with everything they need to get the rainbow drop, but Velavi's headed to the rainbow drop now. I'm guessing Sassage is kind of roaming around to look for... Oh, the sword. They don't know where the sword is. Or no, he's going to Garenham right now. Okay. So maybe Sassage does know where... does know by default now that the sword has to be in Sherlock. Could know that.
Whereas Velavi now taking a look here, and is going to get the flute, which is great if there are golems around, but I don't know if we've seen a golem as of yet.
We saw one early.
Oh, okay. It's in the midst of the visual chaos as opposed to the game chaos. And Velavi validating the seed with the spark over tile search. The bridge to 1 tile.
All right, and Ryguy getting a nice sleep lock on Dragon Lord 1, who does appear to be very, very susceptible to the heal spell.
Okay, first stop spell does not hit. Misses, it fizzles the second time. Third time is not a charm either.
Four and no. No and 4? No and 4. Alright, and Ryguy's like, screw this, I'm just going to attack him.
So we're up to 15. Now 32. 46. 64.
And we do have Sausage Link about to enter Sherlock Castle. And it looks like Velavi's right on his heels.
82 now for Ryguy. Would you believe? 99.
I would indeed.
Now 112 and gamble on 48.
Gambled on 48.
Menu. Oh, he was hit for 48. I thought it was a gamble, but apparently it was a miss menu.
All right, so there's 1,600 to the next level, so I would imagine we're going to see Ryguy and we're going to see all three. We're going to see Ryguy and Sausage Link trying to take on the Dragon Lord at level 17. Meanwhile, Asher has gotten himself up to level 20. These stats will be neat to see once we get there. Not a ton of strength, but geez, look at that HP and look at that MP. And Asher has found the token. And Velavi looks like he's heading into Sherlock at level 15, which we know is folly because he does not have the spell of Stop Spell. Will Wagner asking the question in chat, Death Necklace time. You know, for Asher, I think you have to consider it. All right, Asher has the sky-high HP. He's got a ton of MP. I think on Asher's side, you consider it. And for those of you that don't know what the Death Necklace does, the Death Necklace adds 10 to attack power at the cost of 25% of HP. So that would knock Asher down roughly 27 HP, still well within Dragon Lord range. Cobra making the point that Death Necklace, maybe even for Rygai and Sausage Link too, looking at their HP, their max HP is 145. Yeah, it would be viable for any of them. And Dragon Lord 1 not playing nicely with Rygai, who takes another one.
Yeah, hitting for 90, hitting for 89. My goodness. Remember how about 25 minutes ago when Rygai was on his way to Sharlock and thought everything was just cruising? Yeah, that kind of went to a screeching halt.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Asher is going to pick up his rainbow drop now. Asher's in a real good spot here, being at level 20. He might kind of, be the tortoise and the hare here. He might be the last one to get the rainbow drop, but he might be in the best shape moving forward.
You can see the experience differential, probably a good 3,000, at least over Sausage, probably about 3,600 over Rygai, and gosh, about 4,800 over Veilavi.
Yes, this is a Jitsi that has experienced engine failure, shall we say. All right,
More than a bit of turbulence.
Sausage Link taking on and the Dragon Lord dodges. Whoops. Oh boy, here we go. All right, so Dragon Lord is now asleep. Second attack. Dragon Lord wakes up and smacks Sausage Link right.
I think that is a Randomania record.
God. Oh, that is right in the face. Oh, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Dragon Lord has just hit a new PB.
Oh my God, that was ridiculous.
I know that when it comes to speed runs and randomizers and things, there's a lot of I've never seen that before, or that's never happened before. I can't recall seeing that have happened before.
Oh, and he just hits Rygai to the face.
For 82, not to be outdone.
Alright, so now Rygai's getting back into Dragon Lord 2. Meanwhile, we have Asher now approaching Dragon Lord. Now, this is Asher's first attempt at things, so let's see what tack he takes. And Sneaky says, while you are picking locks, the Dragon Lord is training. Well, too bad we don't have a Dragon Lord 1 emote, because the Dragon Lord 1 is what's training.
The stop spell has hit.
Alright, so this should be relatively simple for Rygai now. This is just attrition. The question is, does he have enough heal mores?
Well, once he gets up to that particular threshold, the Dragon Lord will be casting heal, and that will essentially be a free round for Rygai, so that will just increase the chances even further.
Dragon Lord 1 hits Asher for 87 in the face. Oh, there's just a 65.
Taking it easy on him.
Yeah, and a 77 to the face. Uh-oh.
Oh, is he nope, he's not going to gamble.
And Asher
That's
gets
the double
attacked
heal
from
more.
behind and just barely survives. All right, so, okay, Dragon Lord 1 has no sleep resist, but, you know, an attack power of only 253.
Just 2 off of the max.
Yeah, nice 129 HP, too. Ow. Yeah, that kind of stings there. All right, so let's see. Does... Oh, Ryguy hasn't gotten into the heal yet. Portion of Dragon Lord 2. Oh, there it
There's
is.
the heal.
Okay, so a couple more attacks should take care of him. Yep, here we go.
Now he's in the loop.
This is it. He's
And
got him.
that'll do it with a nice 20 to finish it off.
And we have Asher taking on Dragon Lord 2. Now, Asher does not know about Dragon Lord 2's sleep spell. All right, everybody in chat, get out your GGs. Ryguy has finished in first place in this race with an official SRL time of 53 minutes and 45 seconds. So even after all that fun stuff with Dragon Lord 1 and Dragon Lord 2, this is still a sub-hour seed. GG to Ryguy.
Amazing. It took 25 minutes to get everything and 28 to finish off the Dragon Lord.
And we have Sassage Link at Dragon Lord 2 as well. And Valevi just now approaching the Dragon Lord, what I believe is for the first time, at level 15. Now, we know if level 15 stats are reasonable. Oh, and Asher does take down the Dragon Lord.
So level 20 was enough, and that is going to be very close. Probably all told a little over a minute difference.
And it was that level 20 that made the difference for Asher to come from behind and, you know, quote unquote steal a second place finish from this race when he was the last one to find Erdrick's token.
Yeah, just an 81-second differential. The official SRL time for the second place finish for Asher and 3 additional points in the league, 55 minutes and 6 seconds.
Oh. 101. We have yet another new Dragon Warrior Randomizer world record. Where's that Game Boy to do his 180, but just, you know, with 101? Or
I can try to do
right.
the right
Go for
impression here.
All right, go for it, Ferran.
101.
Oh, that is so brutal. DK9146 stating, "This is so much fun to watch from the sidelines." And, you know, if you have a good sense of humor about yourself, it's actually pretty fun to experience it too. I mean, I've experienced the Dragon Lord one that hits like an absolute Mack truck and then some, and all you can do is just sit there and laugh sometimes.
Yeah, this is... oh my gosh.
Oh, yes, and you know what? DePaul Doug brings up a very good point in chat. If you follow Ferran Burgundy, he only needs 10 follows to institute a blind Chrono Trigger play for him, which, you know, if anybody's ever played Chrono Trigger, watching somebody play it blind is fantastic. So we should all make sure that you follow Ferran Burgundy so we get him to play blind Chrono Trigger too. And as you can see here, Dragon Lord 2 had 223 HP and a 9 out of 16 stop spell resistance. So the fact that, Ryguy took 4 swings at stop spell on his second or third fight and it didn't stick, that's really rotten luck for Ryguy right there.
What? No way. I only spent half an hour trying to beat him. That's pretty good for Chaos.
And we are joined, I believe I heard 2 dings, so I do believe we are joined by Ryguy and Asher in a Discord. Congratulations. Good game, Ryguy. Good game, Asher.
Oh man, I feel like I messed up that Dragon Lord, especially the second fight. I really thought I had stop spell and was very surprised to find out I didn't.
Oh, when you were on level 15 and stop spell was on 16.
Yeah, first of all, the first time he kind of surprised me. I thought I had a good chance at him, and then he busted out a stop spell right at the end when I had 2 MP. So I just beelined back and whoops.
So, what did you think about that? No, that was Sassage. So, Dragon Lord 1 had 253 attack power. We have seen 2 triple-digit attacks tonight from Dragon Lord 1.
I mean, that's why I just preemptively slept him. He only got 1 attack or 2 attacks on me because I was uninterested in... I think he had more HP than I thought because he got me a couple times. I thought I was going to kill him, but just even the first time I was like, I'm just going to put this guy to sleep because I don't trust him.
For good reason. 129 HP on Dragon Lord 1, but yeah, that 253 attack power. We have seen an attack for 100 and an attack for 101 hit points on our feeble heroes.
Yeah, I thought I was reliably 3-shotting him, but there are at least 1 or 2 times where where I thought I was going to get the killing blow and he surprised me and killed me.
So Veilavi here is fighting Dragon Lord 2 at level 15 and will not be happy to see that Dragon Lord 2 has a heal once he gets about 200 damage in. So Asher, are you with us?
Well, he did say that there may be some issues as far as cooperation with Discord.
But I just have to congratulate him. Asher was actually the last one to find to get the rainbow drop, but because of the length of time it took him, he actually went into the Sherlock and to the Dragon Lord fight with level 20 and just took down everything one shot. Not a problem for Asher.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me in the waiting room, was that he was on 20, and I hope they were close, because I know I got 17, and the king told me something like 1900 experience, whatever, and I was like, nope, we're making 17 work.
So what were your so other than the the dragon, other than Sherlock taking just as long as the rest of the seed, what did you think about this seed? Any particular little interesting tidbits on your mind about it?
I mean, it seemed like a pretty nice seed, pretty jetty seed actually. I mean, there weren't that many monsters that were too terrible. I was a little sad that I found Jerk Cave and Garenham first, because that was way out of the way and I had to double back there, but I mean, I thought I had a decent chance in that first 15 try, and that would have been like, what, a 35 minute seed? That's really fast for these. So, I mean,
yeah, that would have been fantastically fast. Oh, look! Veilavi actually getting to level 16 before, going straight to level 17.
But you're going to say he went to level 16 before going back to the Dragon Lord. I think that's the pro play.
Oh, now he's at 17. He killed something else. He's at 17 now. So, and we have Sassage Link at Dragon Lord 2. I haven't seen if Sassage has stuck a a stop spell on DL2 yet.
I believe I saw when I hopped on to the Twitch, it was 9 out of 16 was the resistance.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I need to have a talk this game about what 50% means then.
Well, 50% means it's going to fail 98% of the time. I mean, that's just the way this game goes.
One of us clearly doesn't understand.
And
stop spell not hit. But now it does hit.
So can Sausage get the Dragon Lord into his heal routine before running out of HP? This is close.
Last attack. No.
Nope.
Did you guys put up here before if it's 25% or 50% heal?
We did. Can we bring that back up? Because I don't remember.
I thought it was 25%. 25% heal, 50% deal 2 breath, I believe.
That's what I thought it was. All right, we're getting plenty of 25% in chat. Yeah, 25% heal.
Okay. My memory only fails me in where the heck the jerk cave is when I'm running this. That's right.
Vrayless, that is almost max HP. That is 7 from max. 230 is the max.
And Asher noting in chat, finding Cantlin last allowed him to get those levels.
Alright, so now we have Valevi taking on the Dragon Lord. So, Ryguy, how do you feel now about having 10 points after 2 weeks with 2 wins? How you feeling about that, my friend?
I mean, that seems okay. I don't know. I like banking the points early in these ones that I'm at least familiar with. I don't really know a whole lot about Curse Princess or Three's Company. I haven't really done those before, so I think getting the points while I can get them is probably a good idea.
Alright, so Valevi getting through Dragon Lord 1 with little issue, and gets first try stop spell, so now the fight becomes trivial for Valevi.
One thing that'll be
Ooh.
intriguing in
Go ahead.
week 5, the vanilla-ish. That's. I don't know, that I might actually stand a slight chance.
So Sausage Link actually gets to level 18 through attrition. Of course, that big MP gain from 17 to 18 doesn't really give Sausage Link any help right now because that MP does not get tacked on to your current total. And we do have Valevi just slugging it out with the Dragon Lord. So, Ryguy, so this is something we were kind of talking about in chat a little here. And Asher, if you're still in the chat, I'd like to hear your opinion on this too. Any thought to the Death Necklace for either one of you guys? And I think it would be more beneficial for this for Asher because Asher had 145 MP. But Ryguy, any thought to the Death Necklace at all?
Not really. I was kind of more concerned about landing the stop spell and trying to get into his heal range, and I thought more MP would be good for that. I thought I had enough MP for that, and our attack was pretty high already anyway, so no. Maybe if I had to bust through his heal, that's why I was asking about 25 or 50%. If I decided I had to bust through his heal, then maybe. But I eventually landed the stop spell, and then, nah.
And Asher answering in chat that he felt good on 110 strength. If Erdrick's sword wasn't in the pyramid, he would have absolutely have used the Death Necklace. Because I'm pretty sure he had the flame sword at that point in time. And we do have Veilevi finishing off the Dragon Lord, and will finish in 3rd place in this race.
Yep, 67 minutes and 21 seconds, the official SRL time for Veilevi. 2 points for Veilevi for that 3rd place finish.
Okay, so now we have Sausage Link going into Dragon Lord 2. Actually, fair way into Dragon Lord 2.
That's a nice max roll of 20. Another high roll of 18. There's the blocked heal. And this should get things going here for Sausage.
Yeah, I think one more attack should do it. And Sausage Link has taken down the Dragon Lord. And we do have a chime, so Veilevi now joins us in Discord. Veilevi, nicely played, sir. Congratulations, GG.
Thank you. Am I in?
You're in.
You're in.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks a lot. It was a fun seed. Much nicer than some of the practice seeds I've been doing getting ready for this. So yeah, I like this one.
And we do have Sausage Link finishing this seed with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 25 seconds. So well done for you all. So what did you think of this seed, Veilevi? Anything in particular stand out to you?
It kind of, the start was a little slow. I had to do a little torch juggling. I kind of wish I just focused on that a little bit more at the very beginning of it. But otherwise, things kind of unfolded pretty nicely. I had a little trouble finding the first thing, but after I don't even remember what the first thing I found was, but after finding stuff, everything just seemed to follow one right after the other, getting the harp right before the staff cave, right before the drop cave. So, I mean, things came together pretty well, I thought. It was a relatively nice chaos seed, I think.
Well, I mean, except for Sharlock, right?
Yeah, the Dragon Lord was kind of he kind of did suck there. Took me about 2 times going through there to remember, oh yeah, you can put him to sleep, and then things were pretty fine with that. And then that second form, how many hit points did he have? I kind of stopped counting after a while.
Which one, DL1 or DL2?
DL2.
223.
All of them.
Okay, and we do have Sausage here joining us in Discord. You with us, Sausage?
Yes, I am.
Nicely played. GG, sir.
Thank you.
Anything you had to say to that particular seed? Because that was a bit of a rough Sharlock, rough Dragon Lord for you.
Yeah, I figured things were going a little too smoothly, and once I got to the Dragon Lord, having a few deaths there, and once he, got to that point where, oh man, I'm gonna win, and then busted out the heel, that.
Yeah, I was definitely glad that I thought to try to put a stop spell on him right at the beginning. I kind of forgot that I did that, and then he started casting the heal. I was like, oh god, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, that was the moment I realized I didn't cast that to begin with, and yeah, I just shook my head. Went, oh.
Well, I mean, at least you guys had it. Some of us tried to cast it on 15.
I think my first attempt on him was level 15. I think it was 17 is what I finished at. It was either 16 or 15.
So, well played, everybody. Does anybody have any final comment about the seed before we get on up out of here? Well done to everybody again.
What's the I've kind of been taking these 1 week at a time. What's next week's flags looking like?
Next week is the Cursed Princess with open and short Sherlock, no hurt more, and heal before heal more.
Interesting. It'll be fun getting prepared for that, I think, and yeah, looking forward to the next race. Thanks for all the support, everybody that came together to make this happen, and good running, everyone. Good games, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out here.
Yeah, thank you, Z and Ferran for commentating, and Synth for restreaming, Kaimon and Fryteeth for tracking, and GG's, everyone.
Yeah, indeed. I think we should definitely give shout outs to our behind the scenes cast and crew. On the restream, we did have Lord of the Synth, and our trackers tonight were Fryteeth and Kemion Runokai. Thank you very much for the great job you all did. Thuron, any last words before we get out of here tonight?
No, I think just we're about halfway through here. We still have 6 of the 11 remaining races, so it's going to be a jam-packed weekend here. And it's going to kick off tomorrow evening, just about 21 hours from now at 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, man, is this one going to be a goodie. It's going to be the Group 10 matchup. It's going to be 3 veterans to the Dragon Warrior Randomizer community. It's going to be Zarnax42, Mr. Holmes, and Jackamus Wedge. That'll be, I believe, here among the Randomania networks. Not officially confirmed, and the commentator pairing is also rather intriguing in McGrew, the creator of Dragon Warrior Randomizer, and one of the featured runners, for Dragon Warrior in general, Ness Cardinality.
Yeah, that will definitely be a fun one. So, once again, everybody in chat, please give GGs out to our runners. And if you haven't already, please go give our runners a follow. Asher1611, SassageLink83, Velavi, and Ryguy3745. Please make sure you follow them. Follow Lord of the Synth, follow Kimmy and Renekai, follow Fryteeth, follow Ferran Burgundy. Now make sure you pop everybody a follow. And yeah, so I think with that, Ferran, why don't you send us out of here and send us over to our raid target?
All right, well, looks like we are going to be going to Free Enterprise from here. And for all the folks behind the scenes, for all of our runners, for everybody here among the Randomania networks, for my broadcast partner, Z-Man, I'm Ferran Burgundy saying until next time, may your moves be excellent and your seeds stay classy. Good night, everyone.